So, I think the character name says it all. Right there. So I'm sure if you haven't been living under a gaming rock, you're fully aware that one of the dickhead dev team members who had a hand in creating that horrible abomination, this abortion of gameplay called Concord, has called us a bunch of talentless freaks because we don't like a shitty, woke, garbage game. Now, let me make one thing perfectly clear. You can have representation of any community, and if you make the character properly, make them more than a fucking doorstop, there's no problem. And if you don't believe me that gay people or lesbians or whatever you want to call a homosexual person or anyone who's non-binary or identify as a rocket ship that shoots laser beams out of their genitalia, whatever you want to call yourself, this isn't about representation. This isn't about being represented properly. This is about a shitty dev team trying to exploit the fact that you feel that way, trying to make coin. And now that people are fucking sick and tired of this shit, they're mad at us for pointing out that that wasn't enough to carry their shitty, generic, watered-down Overwatch clone of a game. Because that's all it is. You fucking look at Concord, it's Overwatch at home. And they're mad because your stupid ass, according to them, you're, and I quote, you're talentless freaks hating on it, having asses. You talentless freak. Why should they care that you hate on it? You don't have talent. You're a freak with no talent. That's why you hate it. It's not because their game is generic garbage. It's not the fact that their characters are about as unique and charismatic as a fucking plank of wood. No! It's because you don't have talent. Imagine a chef. Imagine a chef sitting there, and they literally present to you a shit salad. It's lettuce and human fecal matter on the plate. And you're like, what the fuck is this? And they're like, this is my creation. You talentless freak. Why do you hate my shit salad? Imagine that. You're sitting there, you're bewildered by how absolutely fucking stupid that argument is. Like, and don't get me wrong, I understand being mad that you worked on something and it flopped. I get it. You're not always gonna have your A game. You're not always gonna have a masterpiece created. Especially if you go by the name of Free Gunner on Twitter or X or whatever they call it now, with a generic anime avatar. It's not gonna happen. Nope. It's not gonna happen. And I'm all for anyone being represented in any game, regardless of gender, creed, whatever. It's fine. But, again, you can't have a fucking doorstop as a character and make that your base template for every character. Every character is a generic doorstop of a character. And you're gonna sit there and whine about people not buying your schlock. You're gonna attack the people who essentially give you your job. And here's why I'm going to tell you why this is retarded. And yes, I said retarded. If you don't like it, my dick's in my pants, fish it out. You don't attack the people who give you money. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. And you might be thinking, well, that's the fucking publisher gives them money. Yeah, and who do you think pays them? You idiot. I don't know who does that. It might be the customers that you're charging $40 for the game that we could play better versions of that are free. Yeah. Well, I wonder what the problem here is. Ignore the fact that it's just Overwatch at home with discount Guardian of the Galaxy vibes. Ignore the fact that your quote-unquote equal representation is about as insulting as slapping someone in the fucking face with your dick. No, ignore that. It's because we lack talent. You can't just see the magical scope you have. Oh, please, magical dev team member, show us how fucking honorable and just you are with the power of typing on a keyboard and drawing things in fucking Unity or whatever engine you use to make this schlock. Oh, it's as we just can't comprehend how awesome your game is. Can you imagine? Just imagine. Imagine thinking that it's okay to say shit like that because you're a failure. Imagine being a talentless freak and then saying that we're talentless freaks. Is the irony lost in you? I think it is. Because it sounds to me like you have about as much intelligence as this fucking fat demon that I'm stabbing in the butt with a dagger. Which, spoilers, is not very smart, in case you couldn't tell by the fact that I'm just smacking him in the butt and he's swinging the air in front of him. This is why the gaming industry needs to crash and to reboot again. It needs to just die. These are dipshits like this, who are getting paid to say stupid, fucking asinine shit like this in public that represent their fucking gaming fucking clientele and their dev team. I don't know anything about the rest of their dev team, but given how there's no like, hey, this guy doesn't represent us, I feel like these dipshits feel the same fucking way as this retard. And that's not going into the whole he's demanding $8 to hide or unhide people's tweets. How about we pay you $8 to make a game that isn't shit? How about that? How about you do that for us, you yeast-infected twat waffle? They're talentless freaks! You whiny fucktard. You understand, we put a lot of work into making the fat chick with the fucking blue hair that turns rainbow when you call her things like her name. I am so tired of this shit. This push, this narrative you have to fucking force down people's throats saying, quote unquote, include everybody, end quote. Not everyone needs to be included every time. And it's like white Karen's bitching about it. It's not the actual fucking homosexual community bitching about it. They don't fucking care. They're just like, you know what? This game's fun. Neat. They don't fucking care. You do. And why? Because you're trying to make a fucking shitty generic product based on the fact that it's quote unquote inclusive to them. It's fucking insulting for all the wrong reasons. Not the fact that you called everybody who hates your game talentless fucking freak. No, the fact that you're insulting them by putting in these doorknob fucking personality-based fucking characters, and that's representing them? You think every homosexual is boring? Is that what you're telling us? You fucking idiot? You're telling every fucking fat girl or a guy is a fucking doormat with no personality? That's more insulting than not including anybody representing them. Watch. If you don't believe me, that people don't care about being included, okay? And that you don't have to just like appeal to quote unquote everyone. Look at fucking Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury is gayer than 9 guys blowing fucking 12 guys, okay? Everybody loves Freddie Mercury. I love Freddie Mercury. I'm a fucking heterosexual male. I fucking love that man. That dude made some fucking dope music and he was a great fucking person. Has nothing to do with the fact that I'm not his alignment or whatever you want to call it. Same thing with your games, you fucking retards. If you quit fucking trying to pander to everyone, you'll make games that fucking actually sell because you're not trying so hard to please nobody who fucking cares about your game to begin with. Free gunner. Fuck you. Like you gun wieners in your mouth. Unless you're gay, in which case you gun vaginas in your mouth. I want to make sure I insult him as much as possible. If you're asexual, then you're, I don't know, everybody? Wieners and vaginas, and in between. I want him to know that he's a piece of shit. I want him to feel like I'm going out of my way to insult him like he insulted all these quote-unquote talentless freaks. I hope someone out there is like... There's just some painter, he's like painting a multi-million-dollar masterpiece right now, and he's looking at that tweet going, what? And he like sells it, and he's on his fucking yacht doing lines of coke off of his fucking girlfriend or boyfriend's ass, or she is, or they are, or whatever pronoun they fucking see themselves as. I hope there's like, wait, what? I don't have talent? Fuck. Everyone who is putting this game down, be it you listening to this, be you someone who's never even heard my voice before, who will never hear this, anyone. You're doing the right thing by putting this fucking schlock in its place, and by telling the world that you're not gonna accept stupid fucking dipshits who call you talentless because they actually lack talent, and instead of taking any sort of semblance of accountability, they're fucking self-projecting this garbage onto you. So kudos to everybody who fucking was like, no, sorry, we're not buying it. Sell that fucking garbage to someone else. Peddle it somewhere else. Like, it's unfucking believable, dude. I don't understand how people like this are employed. How are you employed, sir? How are you employed? How do you have a fucking job? Talentless freaks. Can you imagine? Can you imagine some poor burger flipper sitting there at fucking Wendy's, just flipping burgers, and just they're just doing their thing, right? And they accidentally mess up an order, and it's their fault. It's their fault. Maybe they put mustard on a sandwich that wasn't supposed to have mustard, or they added too much mayo, or they didn't add enough mayo, and he just goes, "This fucking talentless freak has no right to tell me how to do my job." Same energy, except that person's actually a useful member to society. They're actually doing something productive by feeding people. Whereas you're sitting on your fucking angry chair in your stupid office, probably oozing over your chair. That dude has that fucking Discord mod energy, probably just oozing just over his chair. When they sit up, they make that Velcro sound. I'm better than you. You talentless loser. I spent a lot of time animating this shitty fucking game because they told me to just make it like Overwatch. Yes! The fucking audacity, dude. It's mind-boggling that people like this have careers. It's mind-boggling. Although this is the same platform where dipshits like Cliffy B, they say shit like, it's weird, right? When someone asks them what they do, because they haven't been relevant since Gears of War 3. Maybe we should just get rid of that platform as a whole. Maybe we should just get rid of social media and shitty dev teams who are allowed to post in social media. Maybe there's a whole lot here that I'm just letting go because you should be mad by this. You should be angry that people like this have careers, and you shouldn't give these people fucking any more money.